So, let's go through how we're going to react to indirect fire, okay? First off, the reference for this material is going to be page 8-28 in your Ranger Handbook, okay? And if you've been following along in your Ranger Handbook, how great are the notes already in the Ranger Handbook? Good. They're all right, right? They're all right, especially when it comes to battle drills, right? So what I would do, once again, is copy down these detailed notes that I have on the left side here, on this illustration, okay? They will help you out. At any point in this process, when we go out there and do the PEs, all the way up to the FTX, you can resource these notes, okay? Even on the FTX, when we get into the ORP, and you got to prep your equipment, which we'll teach you how to do tomorrow, you can take out your notebook, Bravo team leader, squad leader, and be like, what do I got to do? Who am I taking on the recon? How are we doing this? All right, take your notes out at any point in time to help assist you on execution, okay? So, what is a battle drill? A battle drill is a collective action rapidly executed without applying a deliberate decision-making process. So, can somebody sum that up for me real quick? What's a battle drill?
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory, right? It needs to happen. Happen quick. All right? It's a habit. It's something, it's a reaction. Okay? So we need to practice. So, going over my illustration here, this is the direction of travel to the north. This is my squad column fire team wedge, 12-man infantry squad. I have my detailed notes over here on my left. And on the bottom here is going to be the impact of indirect rounds sent to our location. Okay? So realize, Highlanders, if the enemy is sending accurate fire onto my position, what kind of warning am I going to get? None at all. All right? I'm going to get explosions happening really fucking close to me really quickly. Okay? So we need to react. We need to execute a battle drill. As soon as we realize indirect fire is on our location or near to us, everybody is going to yell incoming, and then they're going to get down into the prone, preferably behind cover, and maintain a low silhouette. All right? Why are we told to do that all the time?
Because it's less area for you to get hit.
Blast radius goes
Because when a mortar explodes next to you, generally it's going to go up and out, right?
Yep.
So if we maintain a low silhouette, even though it's pretty close by to us sometimes, those fragmentations will go up and out, okay? And hopefully miss us. All right? As soon as the last explosion happens, everybody's down and got after or behind cover. The squad leader is going to determine the distance and direction for us to move as quick as possible. Okay? He's going to get up and he's going to yell 12 o'clock, 300 meters. Everybody's going to echo that so everybody can hear it. All right? Remember, he's down on the ground. He's probably yelling into the ground. The guy next to him heard it, but the guy all the way back to BTL didn't hear it. So if you echo it, everybody's going to hear it. It's a command passed down through the squad. All right? As soon as that happens, 12 o'clock, 300 meters, the squad's going to echo the command, and they're going to double time in that distance and direction, making sure they have all their gear. Okay? We're going to do a quick assessment of each other, your Ranger buddy or your Highlander buddy. All right? You're going to make sure that you have everybody, and you guys are going to start double timing out of the area. Let me ask you this. If we start taking indirect fire, what is it almost guaranteed that we have as far as an enemy situation?
We're being observed.
We're being observed.
Yep.
Right? Somebody has eyes on us, or did have eyes on us, and called indirect fire in on our location. That is why we're getting up and double timing out of the area. We're trying to lose them. Hopefully, as soon as we lose visibility of him, they'll stop having success on sending indirect fire to our location. Make sense? Right? So, we're going to get into buddy teams, and we're going to make sure that we assist all the injured Highlanders out of the impact area. Okay? While we're moving, we're going to make sure that we maintain security as much as possible, and that the team leaders keep all their men in line. All right? Do we just go willy-nilly? Do we travel in a Ranger file?
No.
No.
Situation's better.
We don't. Why?
Too Put them in your
Do we
sheet.
have security in a Ranger file? You do not. You do not. I know you old timers are in here. I'm one of you. All right, we used to do that shit all the time. You don't. Okay? You do not have security in a Ranger file. Okay? What happens if one person in that Ranger file goes down? Everybody either trips over him or runs into him, and what happens to the rest of the Ranger file? It continues to go.
Domino effect.
All right? So, traveling in one of the two prescribed formations that we gave you, the choices that we gave you, which one do you think you want to move in?
Modified wedge.
Modified wedge, right? Why? Because it's easy to control, especially if we're all double timing, right? How hard is it to control people moving out in a fast pace in a squad column fire team wedge? All right? It's going to be pretty difficult. Put everybody in two Ranger files and utilize the modified wedge, right? Keep accountability. The whole time in a modified wedge, where's the BTL going to be located? In the rear. If we're moving at a fast rate of speed in a modified wedge, can he keep accountability? Potentially. He very much can, right? I look ahead of you. If we know that we moved out and nobody was back there, somebody's got to get behind me in order for us to lose them, right? I've got the grenadier right here, but it's easy for me to keep contact with him, so I can keep accountability. All right? Can the alpha team leader still lead us to wherever we're going? Can the squad leader still be maintain a position in the middle to keep control and accountability? He can. Okay? So we're going to move out and double time. Team leaders are going to maintain contact visually and orally. All right? Control this movement formation. How the squad leader is going to determine distance and direction of our movement at this point is what was the direction of travel. Generally, if we were traveling on an azimuth to get somewhere and we started taking indirect, do I just want to go on a totally different azimuth to get away from it? Not if I don't have to, right? I'm going to continue on our direction of travel if I can. We're just going to get there faster. All right? The direction of incoming fire, if known, in this example was right behind us. So would I go to the 6 o'clock?
No.
Why not?
They can just refire.
Because they just say repeat, right?
Yeah.
And we come right down, or fire for effect. I was going to adjust you, but we're walking right into it, so that worked out pretty well. All right? What if it was landing right in front of us? Are we going to go to the 12 o'clock? No. Okay? So, the direction of incoming fire is pretty important. Possible obstacles in terrain. Am I going to go to the 12 o'clock if there's like a cliff or a drop-off right there? Or if there's some open area? Am I going to go right through some open area just to get away from some indirect?
Not a good idea.
No. All right, I'm going to go around. The enemy's most probable course of action, and we'll talk about that in the planning phase. But a lot of times, what does the enemy utilize indirect fire for? Bonus question. Daily double.
Move you into an ambush.
They're using it to reinforce something else, right? They're opening it up, and they're using it to canalize us or redirect us, right? Maybe, possibly using the terrain around us or obstacles that are around us. They do an analysis of the terrain too, don't they? Mm-hmm. They come up with a pretty detailed list of possibilities of where we're going to come at them from. And that's where they set their observers, all right? That's where they set their enemy patrols. At this point, we're probably playing right into one of their contingency plans, right? So they know. They have an obstacle over here. They're not going to go that way. We have an observer that just observed them going around this open danger area. We're going to send some fire either on their location or behind them, and we're going to force them to where we're waiting for them, right? Or where our reinforcements are going to rally at them, right? So we have to keep that in mind. The enemy's most probable course of action, all right? So if we're moving out of the kill zone and they just keep following us, does it make sense to continue to go in the same direction? No. All right, we're going to go right over all the things we just did. We're going to react to indirect. We're going to get down, yell incoming, take cover. We're going to pop back up when that last explosion happens, and the squad leader is going to yell out a different distance and direction, all right, to get away from that observer. All right, once again, squad leader and team leaders maintain control and ensure use of proper movement techniques. Just because we're having indirect dropped on our location doesn't mean we just go haywire, all right? We don't take our rucksacks off and ditch them, all right? We don't start throwing our weapons into the wood line, all right? And then just breaking off, splitting up, all right? We stay in a controlled formation for security. All right, realize that this might be part of the enemy's greater plan. When shit goes down, we better be ready for it. All right? We're going to move a minimum of 300 meters. 300 meters is like prescribed for Fort Benning because that's situationally dependent, right? Usually in Fort Benning, you can lose visibility in 300 meters, but that's dictated by the terrain, right? So in the mountains up here, when we go to the FTX, if you move 300 meters, is it quite possible that you're still being observed? All right? Especially if the observer's on top of a mountain and you're in the valley. You got to move a terrain feature away, okay? Once you move a terrain feature away, you get accountability, and you're going to establish a security halt. What if you do that and then indirect starts coming in on your location again?
Again.
You react to indirect all over again, all right? But generally, when you get a terrain feature away, that observer is going to lose visibility of your location, and he's not going to be accurately able to call in indirect fire on your location. So you're just going to establish a security halt, consolidate and reorganize, and go through your steps again, right? First step, all together now. What's the first step? All right, second step. After that, change of command. Next.
Key weapons.
Next.
Ammo.
And squad equipment, right? And then send up your sit rep, okay? See how a lot of these things are the same answers? It's kind of redundant, right? All right. So as soon as we get a terrain feature away, set up a security halt, got accountability, again, to make sure that we're not missing anybody. All right, we're going to send up a sit rep, and we're going to ask fire for guidance. All right, but usually in Ranger School, you're going to continue on mission. Okay? Depending on the type of mission you went through, mission could be over. All right? If you were going on a recon and you just got observed by the enemy and they called in indirect on your location, do you really want to continue on?
Nope.
No. You're compromised. You're done. Mission's over, and you're going to get a stiff talking to when you get back. All right? So,
At least you make it back.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's way to hunt the good stuff. All right. So that's your CL. So are there any questions on reacting to indirect? Pretty straightforward? None at all? I guess I'm just that good of an instructor. Awesome. That's good. Feel good about that. Okay, so I'm not going to give you 10 minutes. I'm going to give you 5 because that was a short 2 classes.